start with your goals. Parker alluded to this first, right? Which is, think of it as your OKRs. And then more importantly, how those actually ladder up to the company's goals. That's actually really critical instead of just being, these are marketing or OKRs. Okay, great. But if it doesn't tie back to your overall company OKRs, it doesn't really matter. So that's how you choose what matters. And then once you get below that, it's okay, what are your tactics to get there? And then in doing so, it's a question of, okay, what metrics are important, right, to share? And let's say you're a consumer company, right? And in those cases, what are the things we care about as board members? Ultimately, it's ROI, right? And so in thinking about ROI, it's okay, what is our LTV, lifetime value? What is our customer acquisition cost? What's the ratio of those? Is that healthy, right? And then think about payback period. How long is it, taking us to recover our marketing spend? Like, that's your basic ROI equation. And then you can talk about, okay, beyond that, okay, how much of that is organic versus paid for, and you should understand what that weighting looks like, and really think about, okay, what are the strategies you're planning to put into place to actually get that organic growth growing, right? We all know, excuse me, CAC has gotten more expensive over time, right? And then finally, it's really thinking about brand strategy. I know, brand is hard to measure from a ROI perspective, but that, again, ladders up to some of those higher level goals and who do you want to be when we grow up. Beyond all of that, so that's like table stakes, and I'm sure it varies company by company, right, depending on the worlds you operate in. And so you have to figure out what those specific metrics for your companies are, and again, sort of like tie that back to what your CEO wants to communicate to your board, make sure they're aligned. If it's the first time you're showing up in the boardroom, wouldn't hurt to sort of do some pre-work beforehand to understand who's in the boardroom, what are their backgrounds, what are they going to care about, right? If I have a former CMO on my board, I want to know that, because chances are they're going to ask me different types of questions than other folks, right? So that's just sort of going into the prep. But to me, the funnest part of board meetings when marketers are involved are when you get that aha.